Say the words airplane food and you'll likely hear a chorus of groans. Of course, there are plenty of other choices besides those questionable compartmentalized trays. The airport offers a ton of grab-and-go meals and snacks that you can bring on board with you. But should you? Grab your Tums, because here's a look at some foods you should never eat on a plane. Tap water. There's a reason most airlines offer bottled water instead of tap water on planes these days. According to Time magazine, a plane's water tanks can be a breeding ground for bacteria and are typically not cleaned more than once a year. Even after making the cleaning and testing requirements more rigorous, 12% of commercial airplanes still tested positive for coliform, a bacteria often found in feces.
That's disgusting.
Because of this, hot drinks are also a no-go. Unless your flight attendant tells you they use bottled water, it's possible tea or coffee is made using that contaminated tap water, meaning you could be sipping on coliform-laden Earl Grey. Good thing there are 25 Starbucks at every airport, right? Alcohol and coffee. Aside from the dirty water that's used to make airplane coffee, even your coveted $5 latte might not be the best idea for the plane. That's because coffee also has a dehydrating effect on the body. Plus, it can also irritate the bladder. And nobody wants an irritated bladder when flying. Coffee isn't the only thing that can dry you out, though. Because of the low humidity in the aircraft's cabin, we already tend to feel a bit dried out on a plane, something that alcohol can make even worse. So before you buy one of those cute little miniature wine bottles, you may want to think twice. Yogurt. Air pressure can do funny things to the human body, but it can also do funny things to yogurt. For instance, as pressure expands in those pre-sealed packs, when you peel the lid off or pop the top, there's a decent chance it will simply explode all over you. If you must have your creamy snack, go slow, be very careful when peeling back the foil, and please point away from your neighbors. A yogurt eruption is a surefire way to make enemies on a long flight, and you never know who might be sitting next to you.
I couldn't eat what they gave me.
Now should you? It isn't even food as I understand the definition, which is why I always bring my own.
Gum. Gum might seem like the best choice for a plane, especially for people who have trouble popping their ears during flights. But gastroenterologist Dr. Robin Chutkin told BuzzFeed that it can wreak havoc on your innards. Gum causes bloating from the artificial sweeteners. They're not absorbed in the small intestine, so they get fermented in the colon. And when you chew gum, you swallow a lot of air, which causes gas and bloating. Not to mention that those artificial sweeteners can also cause diarrhea. So yeah, scratch gum off the list. Airplane food. When Anthony Bourdain was asked by Bon Appetit if he eats plane food, he responded, "Never. No one has ever felt better after eating plane food." But why is airplane food so bad? One reason is that our taste buds are affected when in the air. We can't taste salty and sweet flavors as we normally would, so everything tastes bland. Another culprit? Meals might be reheated, cooled, and reheated a few times over, leading to dried out protein and less than ideal texture. Maybe it would taste better at home?
And finally, airline food with home delivery. Feast your eyes on this. It's called Air Food One.
Too much salt. If you suffer from swollen feet while flying, a diet high in sodium could be partially to blame. Because salt can cause the body to retain fluid, it's best to avoid salty foods the day before and the day of travel. That especially includes chips. Not only are chips super salty, they also cause a ton of noise pollution inside a tiny plane, where your chomping and crunching echoes through the entire cabin. Give your feet and your neighbor's ears a break and skip the chips. Things that make you go,
Ooh, a Sbarro. I'm gonna get a big fat piece of pizza so I got something to stuff in my face while I'm reading USA Today.
As tempting as that ginormous airport burrito might be, you're better off waiting until after your flight. Burritos make bad plane food for a few reasons. Spicy foods can upset your stomach, meat can be hard to digest, and ingredients like beans and onions can cause gas. And burritos aren't the only thing that can make you gassy and bloated. Another favorite plane snack, trail mix, can also cause gas, as can fruit such as apples and oranges. Plus, the only thing worse than stinking up the plane after eating your meal is stinking up the plane before eating your meal. So please do everyone a favor and leave your hard-boiled eggs and tuna sandwiches at home. Anything? Some people claim you simply shouldn't eat anything while flying, and it has nothing to do with airline food. According to Bloomberg, one of the biggest industry secrets is that flight attendants never eat on planes because it helps them avoid getting jet lag since their digestive systems supposedly are shut down while flying anyway. Some nutritionists, however, strongly dispute this notion. Registered dietitian Carolyn Pallister told Business Insider, "Suggestions that your digestive system shuts down during a flight has no scientific foundation. By restricting yourself and not eating for long periods of time on a long flight, you're likely to feel weak, shaky, and could even suffer from headaches and low mood. Our advice? Eat smart, eat healthy, and be polite to the other passengers. Everything else is just gravy, and gravy is totally okay to eat on a plane."
What's that thing, waitress? McMuffin cheeseburger with extra fries.
We're not serving cheeseburgers on this flight.
Check, please.
Thanks for watching. Click the mashed icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.